if you're lazy and ambitious, please watch this. Because the one thing you guys get told over and over and over again is to consistently lock in. But a lot of these people don't actually consider that, there may be an issue with your mindset. Or you might be like, okay, I'm stressing out because of this, because I haven't built the right mindset, so then I'm actually able to take action on said thing. Because I know you people are avoiding the hundreds of thousands of cold calls you need to do, avoiding all the cold emails, avoiding all the random text messages, acting like you know the person and then just to get their money. It's like, I've done all this shit. I know what works and I know what doesn't. I've grew my marketing agency from 0 to 25 grand at the age of 20. And we're currently at the moment growing it to 50, 60 grand a month. And that's not even including the retainer clients. That is not even including the clients who we have on the retainers. But yeah, the one thing that helped me when I was actually starting my first marketing agency, because this isn't the first one I've started. I had another social media marketing agency back in 2020. Back when Iman Ghazi was going around and, every single person was like, oh, you need to start a marketing agency in 2020. But I was like, okay, cool. I love marketing. I love using my phone. And I like cash. So, perfect. That's the best way to do it. So I just thought, okay, let me start this. So obviously I was back in year 10. That's actually when I started my first, technically third business, because I don't count the first two, because the first one was like a music sort of business, and the second one was a dating podcast, as well as like, if you know what I mean, just basically telling men to grow the fuck up because of lack of masculinity, like in and around you. So yeah, I was basically telling men to grow the fuck up, grow a pair of balls, fucking speak to the chicks, because I was just like, okay, cool. I was dating, I was going back and forth dating, and I didn't really give a fuck, nor really cared, and I was just still able to get attention and still able to actually get dates, whereas so many people were not. But obviously my priorities changed, and I wasn't just a horny 16, 17-year-old trying to get shit. Obviously, if you know more about my story, there's a bit more on that. But that was honestly one of the first businesses I started up, because I saw, give me 2 seconds, I'll just change my hand on my coffee. I saw Logan DeWong do that. And I was just like, okay, cool. So this kid, who's the same age as me, is making a shitload of money, and he's just like, okay, I give you dating advice. So I thought, okay, cool. I'm a fucking G. I can do this shit. This shit isn't even hard. I mean, really, all it is just speaking to people. But, so anyway, just moving on to that, I was just giving you a bit more on my background. So I started my first social media marketing agency, and also I was aware that some teachers had businesses. So I'm like, okay, I already know you guys already trust me. Some of them did, some of them didn't. You know how it goes. But anyway, I was sort of thinking, okay, sweet. You guys already understand me. You guys already trust me. So why don't you guys buy from me? Because the one thing I didn't understand is just, you people aren't actually the ICP. You people aren't actually the ideal customer who I want to buy from. You people run tiny fucking businesses, barely making margins. I could charge like $100 a week and do like that. But I'm like, okay, that doesn't really add up. Why don't I charge clients like for higher and higher tickets? Just passing a fucking sick kebab shop. But yeah, why don't I charge clients for like higher and higher ticket, because it makes more and more sense, because I get paid based on my value, not actually based on my time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me start charging. Then I had actually my first price. Hold on for a second, I'm just changing that. Then I had my first actual, like, hey, I'm going to charge $250 a week. And then I got a lot of like, what the fuck? Do you think you're even qualified to do this shit? Obviously asking your teachers, $250 a week isn't necessarily the best sort of move to do, because it's like they only live off of like maybe $600-800 a week. And also, we're speaking Australian here, so people get taxed at least 13 to 30. They were getting taxed about 30% on every single dollar that they made. So essentially I was asking for a third of that, or if not a bit more, when it comes to actually like creating their business, trying to get the business moving and all that other sort of shit. So yeah, so I did that. I'm like, okay, shit, what is the one thing I need to do? I need to actually understand, what am I having wrong? Where do I need to fix? And what's the right mindset I need to have? fast forward onto one of my first videos that I actually made 25 grand to, and also during this time I was cold calling, I was stressed out of my tree, I was in debt, you know, all that same sort of shit. So I was just like, okay, cool. Let me give me a second. Let me just figure out a way how to get money. Okay, because before that, I've just learned high ticket sales from a coach. I've just spent about $15,000 on coaching before that as well. So I spent a lot of money on sales coaching, courses, investments, all that sort of stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I have the correct foundation, so then I can actually start the cold call. Because, okay, I'm not coming of something that I need to get from this person. I was coming from, okay, how can I help you grow your business? How can I serve you in the best way possible? So then you can get paid more, I can get paid more, and then we have a happy little partnership in between. I write your emails, I do your ads, I do your copy, I do your content, and I help you with getting more clients. All you have to do is worry about it on the sales side. Obviously, yes, it's part of lead generation, but yeah, that was the major shift that I had, is that you need to come from a mindset of where, okay, hey, how can I actually help you out? How can I serve you? Okay, yes, you're paying me 5-6 grand, but what's your biggest bottleneck in your business at the moment? And obviously you're expecting a no. But honestly, just read it as a girl that you went to high school with. Because I know all you guys have just been basically waiting to take action, waiting to do something, but you haven't actually done anything when it comes to that. So yeah, just think of it like the cute girl from high school where you're just like, okay, cool, I want to ask her out. Expect her to say no. You're not the guy who she deserves, to be completely honest. You're not the guy who deserves her, to be completely honest. So you guys need to put in the work now and actually need to start to do it. So remember, whenever you're trying to get more clients and actually are trying to make some decent coin, you've got to come from a mindset of serving, because you don't have all that stress on you of being like, okay, hey, I need to actually like get money from this customer. You can be like, okay, cool, I can focus on serving them, helping them with their needs, with their wants, and I don't come from a desired state of, fuck, I need this guy's money, I need to get paid today. I've been there, I've done that. As I said, I've done that multiple different times. It's all fucked me over multiple different times, because I'm like, okay, I need this customer, and it's like, that whole long-term relationship piece has fucking ended. I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll slightly reduce their prices so we can make it easier for their overheads. It's still a big investment for them, but in the end, I'd rather them to be slightly less stressed now, and then me asking for forgiveness because I need a bit more money so then I can use it on the ads, or, well, that's worst case scenario, or best case scenario, I have enough and we're all good. Because what? If you know the ad's gonna fucking pop off, there's no point you need to worry about. Or you know you're gonna get the content's gonna fucking pop off, there is absolutely no point for you to worry about it. So yeah, that was honestly like the biggest thing you had. And obviously once I started doing that, I just stopped being so fucking lazy, because I'm like, okay, I'm not so stressed, I'm not so I'm not so needy and desiring that one outcome to happen, because I'm like, okay. And then once that shift has happened, I also was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to be so fucking lazy that I'm just going to be like, I need this outcome to happen, be stuck in analysis paralysis, because all you people are stuck in that mode for fucking hours at a time, and you people aren't willing to do shit about it. But it's like, that's one way how you need to do, is just change up your mindset before you start doing more shit. Because the better shit's going to happen the less you need it. I didn't need all my fucking girlfriends that I had over the last 3 years, but still got them. Well, had them. I broke up with a lot of them. So, yeah. Anyway, if you understand my point, it helps you with every single area of your life. Just pretty much, whenever you're trying to basically do your first cold call, do your first bit of content, just focus on, okay, sweet, how can I add value to this guy? How can I help them solve a problem? What's their needs, what they want, what is their actual desired state, and where do they actually want to go? So yeah, if you guys want more free information and just basically more videos like this, join the free Telegram down below and you'll get a shit ton more of it, because I'm basically posting there every fucking day. And being like, it's a bit like think of it like that mate who's like gives you consistent updates. That's sort of like what I've got going on. I'm literally there pretty much every day. I message a shit ton, and as I said, you get fucking life advice, you get marketing advice, you get sales advice, because marketing and sales are the exact same shit. So yeah, join the free Telegram down below. I'll catch you in there.